Topic 2, atomic structure. In atom, we said that the atom consists of two main parts, nucleus and electrons. Nucleus contains protons, which is positive, neutrons, which is neutral or there is no charge, and electrons, which is negative. So we have nucleus that contains protons and neutrons, revolves around them electrons. Protons positive, electrons negative, neutrons neutral or there is no charge. Mass of protons 1, mass of neutrons 1, mass of electrons 1 over 1837. So the mass of electrons can be neglected or cancelled if it compared with the mass of nucleus. So atom consists of two main parts. Nucleus contains protons and neutrons, revolves around them electrons. Protons positive, electrons negative, neutrons neutral or there is no charge. After that, in any atom, you will find that atom electrically neutral. There is no charge like Na or Cl. There is no any charge in Na or Cl. This is called an atom. So this means that atom is neutral. What's meant by atom electrically neutral? This means that number of positive charged protons equal number of negative charged electrons. So positive equal to negative. So for any atom, protons equal electrons or positive equal to negative. This means that atom electrically neutral. So what is the structure of atom? Nucleus that contains protons and neutrons, revolves around them electrons. Protons are positive, electrons are negative, neutrons are neutral. When the number of positive charged protons equal number of negative charge, they cancel each other. So for any element, if you have an atom, no charge. Why there is no charge? Because in chlorine, protons equal electrons equal 17. In sodium, protons equal electrons equal 11. So the number of positive charged protons equal number of negative charged electrons. This means that this is an atom. If the number of protons not equal to electrons, this means that this is a charged atom. It will become ion. So what is the difference between atom and ion? In atom, we said that in the structure of atom, we said that atom consists of two main parts, nucleus and electrons. Nucleus contains protons, which is positive, neutrons, which is neutral or there is no charge, 0, and electrons, which is negative charge. For protons, the mass of protons 1, mass of neutrons 1, mass of electrons 1 over 1837. This is the structure of atom. Protons, neutrons, revolves around them electrons. After that, we said for any element like Na1123 or Cl1735, these are atoms. How can we know these atoms? There is no charge. So protons equal electrons equal 11. So protons equal electrons equal 17. This is number 1. In an atom that contains protons and neutrons, electrons are revolves around the nucleus and energy levels. The first shell filled by 2 electrons, and second shell filled by 8, and third shell filled by 8, and huge numbers 18, but the common to be 288. For example, if you have Na11, so what is the electronic configuration of Na11? What's meant by electronic configuration? To arrange electrons in shells. It will be 2, 8, 1. Because the first shell filled by 2, second shell filled by 8, and then the remaining is 1. For Cl, for example, 17, it will be 2, 8, and then 7. For potassium, for example, 19, it will be 2, 8, 8, and then 1. After that, there is an ion. What's meant by ion? Is a charged atom. What's meant by a charged atom? Atom after losing or gaining electrons. This means that proton not equal to electrons. Why proton not equal to electrons? Because maybe have positive ion or negative ion. Positive ion refers to losing electrons. So this means that proton will be greater than electron. Like, for example, if we have Na positive, a negative ion refers to gaining electrons. In this case, electron is greater than proton, like Cl negative. Leila, in case of Na positive, number of protons equal 11. And number of electron, losing 1 electron, losing 1, 10. Okay, thanks to you. Lena, in case of Cl negative, protons equal
18,
for protons at the beginning.
17.
And then
Electrons,
electrons gaining 1 to be
18.
18. So in case of atom, protons is equal to electrons. Like Na or Cl. Protons equal electrons equal 11. Protons equal electrons equal 17. There is no charge. In case of ion, proton not equal to electrons. So we have positive ion or negative ion. Dania, in positive ion, this means that?
Lose electron.
And then protons greater
Then electron.
than electron. Okay. Negative ion, Fatima. A negative ion, it means
Gaining electron.
gaining electron. And this means that electron
Electrons is more than protons.
greater than proton. Okay. So if we have N7 negative 3 and Al13 positive 3, and if we have F negative 1 and 9, Mg12 2 positive. Muhammad, in case of N7 and negative 3, how many protons?
7.
7. Electrons
نيجاتيف 3. لا
gaining
لا انت
3.
قلت
Negative
الرقم ده
3.
نيجاتيف.
Negative 3.
ايوه it's gonna become بتهيألي 4 او لا.
Gaining 3. Gain 3 electrons. Negative refers to gaining. So it will be 10. For negative, negative refers to gaining electrons. 17 becomes 18. And positive, losing electrons. Okay, Number 2, protons equal
9.
9. And then gaining 1. Electrons equal,
10.
okay. Omar, protons equal, Omar, protons equal 13. Your mic is not working. Check your mic. Electrons equal, Noreen, electrons equal, losing 3.
10.
10. And Mg and protons, it will be Malak. Protons equal
12.
12. And electrons equal
10.
10. Thanks. Can you open your camera?
It's not open.
No. It's black.
It's just
It's only black. Dark. Okay. So in case of protons and electrons, you'll find that there is no change in protons, although they are atom or ion. The change or the difference between atom or ion in the number of electrons only. There is no change in protons, only change in electrons. Like, for example, the difference between Na and Na positive. The number of protons for both, 11. Number of electrons, 11 and 10. So the difference between atom and ion in the number of electrons only. If we have negative charge, refers to gaining electrons. So electrons will be greater than proton. We must add. In case of positive charge, refers to losing electrons. Okay. After that, isotopes. What's meant by isotopes? Atoms of the same element. And we must say same element. With same number of protons and different number of neutrons, or with same atomic number and different mass number. So with same atomic number and different mass number, or same number of protons and different number of neutrons. Like, for example, if we have O816, O817, O818. The number written down, for example, if we have AL1327, this number is considered to be number of protons, number of electrons, atomic number. And this number considered to be mass number or nuclear number or sum of protons and neutrons. The difference between mass number and atomic number is the number of neutrons. For example, Lena, in AL1327, number of protons equal, number of protons is equal to
18.
13. Number of electrons is equal to
18.
13. Atomic number equal
18.
13. Thanks. Leila. Mass number.
27.
27. Nuclear number.
27.
Sum of protons and neutrons.
27.
Okay. Muhammad, number of neutrons. 27 minus 13. So it will be
14.
okay. So if we have any element, the number written down, this atomic number, number of protons, number of electrons. The number written up, mass number or nucleon number or sum of protons and neutrons. The difference between two numbers is considered to be number of neutrons. And the difference between atom and ion only in the number of electrons. So if we have a L positive 3, number of protons 13 as it is, atomic number 13, mass number 27, nucleon number 27, sum of protons and neutrons 27, neutrons 27 minus 13 to be 14. Only the number of electrons equal how many electrons? Fatima?
10.
10, excellent. After losing 3. So what is the difference between atom and ion? In the number of electrons only. Dania, the difference between atom and ion is the number of electrons only. Okay. Another one. If we have Ca 20 and 40, Malak, atomic number?
Yes. Which one?
Ca
Sorry.
20 and 40.
Oh, okay. 20.
Okay, atomic number. And number of protons,
20.
number of electrons.
20.
Okay, Noreen, mass number,
دي
40.
الرقم 40.
Mass number,
40.
nucleon number,
40.
sum of protons and neutrons.
40.
Number of neutrons,
20.
20, 40 minus 20. Okay. We start in isotopes, atoms of the same element, all of them oxygen, all of them carbon, like that. Same element. With same atomic number and different mass number, or same number of protons, different number of neutrons. For the first one, number of protons equal how many protons? Dania, how many protons? In OH 16, how many protons?
8.
Second one,
8.
8
8.
and 8. Number of electrons. Protons is equal to electrons. Number of neutrons is the difference. 16 minus 8, 8. 17 minus 8, 9. 18 minus 8, 10. This means that protons equal protons. Electrons equal to electrons. But neutrons not equal to neutrons. So again, in isotopes, atoms of the same element with same atomic number and different mass number, or same number of protons and different number of neutrons. Protons equal protons, electrons equal electrons, but neutrons not equal neutrons. So if we make comparison now between atom, ion, and isotopes, in atom, we said protons equal to electrons, or positive equal to negative. There is no charge like Na11 or Cl17. We said that proton equal electrons equal 11, protons equal electrons equal 17. In case of ion, we said that in ion, protons not equal to electrons, may be positive or negative ion. Positive ion proton is greater than electron, this means that losing electrons like Na positive protons equal 11, electrons equal 10. So proton is greater than electron. And negative ion, we said that electron is greater than proton. This means that gaining electrons and like Cl negative protons equal 17 and electrons equal 18. This means that electron is greater than proton. Isotopes. Protons equal protons, electrons equal electrons, but neutrons not equal to neutrons. So if we have any element by losing or gaining electrons, this means that it will change into positive or negative ion. If it's losing electrons, it will be positive ion. If it's gaining electron, negative ion. If the element lose or gain proton, it changes into new element. As the element lose or gain neutrons, it becomes isotopes. In isotopes, you must know that they are same element, explain why, and they have similar chemical properties. Explain why for each of the following. Why they are same element and why they have similar chemical properties. They have same element because they have same number of protons. And they have similar chemical properties because they have same number of electrons in the outer shell. Again, we said that isotopes, atoms of the same element. Why they are same element? Because they have same number of protons. They have similar chemical properties. Why they have similar chemical properties? Because they have same number of electrons in the outer shell. Okay, so the difference between atom, ion, and isotopes, we said that atom, protons equal electrons, positive equal to negative, and there is no charge. Ion, proton not equal to electrons, may be positive or negative ion. In the positive ion, proton is greater than electron. Why? They are losing electrons, so they have positive charge. While negative ion, electron is greater than proton because they're gaining electrons and they will have negative charge. In isotopes, protons equal protons, electrons equal electrons, but neutrons not equal to neutrons. After that, we said, in isotopes, they are same element because they have same number of protons. Similar chemical properties because they have same number of electrons in the outer shell.